Hi everyone, so this week I took on a special challenge. I tried all the natural remedies from Ayurveda to help reduce chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is this silent killer that's causing so much damage in our body and unfortunately is the root cause behind arthritis, diabetes, heart disease, and so many of the different health issues we struggle with. The good thing is Ayurveda has so many natural remedies that help reduce that inflammation and bring the body back to vitality, balance, and wholeness. So stay tuned because we're going to talk about what is inflammation and the best ways to reduce it for you today. Chronic inflammation is our body being in high alert. It's our immune system reacting to all the different things in its environment, or maybe what we're putting on or in the body. And the body is saying, I can't deal with this. The healthy tissues in my body are reacting and at war with themselves because of what's coming at us. And so when it comes to our body, reducing chronic inflammation is important because otherwise we have this forest fire that's wreaking damage and wreaking havoc within us, leaving our body stressed out, confused, and under attack. And so addressing inflammation is actually a key piece to total preventive health. And what most people don't realize is a lot of the symptoms that you're feeling are actually rooted in inflammation. And oftentimes we blame it on aging. And I call this inflammaging. So when we're feeling tired, exhausted, and fatigued, that's not necessarily just because we're aging a little bit. That's inflammation causing damage. Another symptom, stiff, achy joints. So do you wake up every day and everything hurts and that first few steps really hurts? Brain fog. A lot of times when we're having brain fog, can't think, can't have the memory and remembrances we want, that's also a sign of inflammation. Or your skin. Let's say you've got acne, psoriasis, different issues coming at you through the skin. That's a sign of inflammation. Or it could be digestive issues, different issues where your system just doesn't respond to food well. And all of a sudden you're like, why am I bloated? Why am I not feeling well? That's your system inflamed and trying to figure out what to do. So a lot of times we're having these different symptoms of inflammation that stack up. We can't quite pinpoint what is the exact problem, and neither can our doctors, because these are all inflammation getting louder and louder and louder. First whispering, then yelling. By the time it's screaming, then we usually notice and say, hey, okay, something is a problem here. Now I'm going to address it. My job is to show you, hey, these are the inflammation signs that are happening. Let's address them when they're small, before they get medium and before they get big. And that's where the Ayurvedic natural remedies come in to help us reduce that inflammation, cool down the fires of inflammation so we can win at our health overall. So let's dive into Ayurveda's approach to chronic inflammation and that toolkit that you can reach into whenever you feel like you're inflamed, or truly as a preventive toolkit. Number one, eat an anti-inflammatory diet. Ayurveda talks a lot about how we eat, when we eat, and what we eat. So an anti-inflammatory diet includes eating more fruit and vegetables, eating omega-3 foods, so like a fatty fish like salmon. It also incorporates eating according to your Ayurvedic body type, eating seasonally, and according to your circadian rhythm. That's the advanced program. At the initial, just eat anti-inflammatory foods that are easy for your system to digest, and that alone will help you to reduce inflammation. Then number two, take great herbs and super spices. For example, ginger lemon tea is very anti-inflammatory. Eating more ginger in your food can be very powerful. And then taking turmeric as a supplement can help reduce that inflammation and get things back on track. Then number three, sleep. Ayurveda teaches a lot about sleep. I talk a lot on sleep because sleep is when we're going to clear inflammation and rejuvenate the body. But a lot of times we're pushing the bedtime back, we've got too many things going on, and we value sleep the least. So by prioritizing your sleep rituals, maybe a beautiful sleep tea, sleep habits to ensure that excellent, beautiful sleep will help you to reduce inflammation. And then finally, stress management, probably the hardest for all of us. Reducing stress through yoga, meditation, deep breathing, or self-care practices. Sometimes I talk about tea time is me time as a simple self-care practice to make time for you. And those are 4 powerful tools out of Ayurveda that help you to reduce inflammation that you can pick up right now to help yourself win. I've had so many different moments in my life on my health journey where my health just fell apart and I had to put myself back together. And that definitely happened when it comes to inflammation. I had a period of time where I had so much joint pain, aches and stiffness. I was so fatigued and my whole body was screaming for help. And I just couldn't pinpoint what is the issue. Is it my gut or what is it? And what I finally discovered was when it's chronic inflammation, We have a baseline of chronic inflammation that almost all of us have every single day. But when that rises up a few notches, the body is gonna get louder. In my case, it always starts with digestion, brain fog, full body fatigue. Sometimes I'll get these aches and I can't figure out why. That's a sign that, hey, my body is done. It's over it with whatever I'm doing. Maybe it's too much business travel. Maybe it's the holiday stresses when too many things pile onto the plate. Maybe it's work stresses. And all of a sudden, it's time to just cool everything down. So here's what I do when that happens. Number one, I shift the diet to easy to digest, because I know if I make it easy to digest, I'm giving my gut a break, and thus it can deal with whatever it's dealing with in terms of inflammation. Number two, I get curcumin, turmeric supplements on board to reduce inflammation significantly so the body gets a break. Then I make sure I start sleeping really well. I get my 8 hours, I get them on time, because I know if my body has a chance to clear that inflammation and heal, I have to support that by ensuring I get that really great high quality sleep. And I'll reach for all my sleep tools to get it. And then finally, stress management. I'll just drop my whole schedule down. I'll drop it down to the bare minimum. I'll start asking for help. I'm doing that this week, asking people, can you pick up my kids? Can you help me? And then all of a sudden, things simmer down. The whole system settles down. Everything's back online because that inflammation is reduced. And then I've got my energy back. I've got my mood back. I've got my brain back. My digestive fire is back on point. And then I can start winning again. But if we're in a state of chronic inflammation plus excess chronic inflammation, that's where the body is in this standstill and at this war with itself, and we're not able to function. And so reducing chronic inflammation is actually imperative to build vibrant health. We have to reduce chronic inflammation, otherwise we're not understanding the level of forest fire damage that's happening underneath the surface. We're only listening when that gets louder and louder. You are able to understand for yourself what symptoms are driving your inflammation in your body, so you can start applying these natural remedies to yourself in the order that's best for you. We're also bio-individual. It might be sleep first for you, or it might be super spices first. But reaching into that toolkit can be your powerful way to win at inflammation here and now. Chronic inflammation may be silent, but it's not unstoppable. Ayurvedic remedies like turmeric, ginger, the anti-inflammatory diet, and beautiful sleep rituals can help us win when it comes to inflammation. If you want to do the challenge that I did for myself this week, visit my website and you'll find my 7-day inflammation challenge, where I went through day by day incorporating one new habit to win at inflammation. So just visit drshivani.com and you'll find the free 7-day challenge to do at home and do it at your own pace. If you like this video, please comment and let me know which of these habits have supported you the most when it comes to your inflammation, and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell to keep getting videos like this to support your health each and every day. Stay tuned for next week's video where we're going to dive into more Ayurvedic remedies for your health, and let's all stay inflammation free and win at our health each and every day together.